Okay, so I've been playing with lots and lots of fresh corn, and one of my favorite things to do is to make just a simple, creamy corn soup. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. I have about a tablespoon of butter in the bottom of my skillet, and I've got it on medium-high heat. And that's not a skillet, it's a Dutch oven. And then I've got my veggies. Now these are all things that work beautifully with corn. You can do anything you want, but this was the best. Alright, so I've got about 1 onion, okay, and I have a couple cloves of garlic chopped up, about half of a red bell pepper, about 1½ carrots, 1 good size stalk of celery, and about half of an orange pepper. Okay, I love having all those, all the different colors in things. I love using as many colors as I can when I'm cooking, because the more colors you're eating, the more nutrients that you're pulling. So get a rainbow, eat the rainbow. Oh, that was awful. Okay, so all I'm going to do right now is I'm going to let this saute for just a few minutes. I'm going to sweat the vegetables, and that just means bringing them up to temperature so they start releasing their fragrance and their moisture, and it only takes about 5 minutes. I'm going to let this sit here and do that and get happy, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, can you see? This is what I mean when you sweat your vegetables. See how they start to sweat? And they start to smell really good. So when it gets real fragrant, that's when you know you're getting close. That's not long, 5 minutes. And I've got, I don't know, 4 cups of corn. I've been playing with a lot of corn today. I love when it's fresh. Love it, love it. Alright, so that's going to go right into your tube. And you can use chicken broth. You can use vegetable stock. Maybe plain water if you have to. However, I have something really, really awesome. I have corn broth, corn stock that I make. And you do this by simmering down the cobs after you've cut the kernels off. And look at how beautiful that is. I'm proud. It's pretty. Alright, so I want to add just enough to cover my vegetables. You don't want too much. I need to pour in my other hand. You don't want too much, just enough to start letting everybody get hot and happy together. How about that? That's about perfect. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a few minutes. I'm going to let it come up to temperature. I'm going to let it simmer for a minute, and then I'm going to throw in the last little bit. Actually, I'm going to do that now. Okay, let me do this first. Okay, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of celery seed, not celery salt, and about a teaspoon of thyme. Okay. Now I'm going to let it simmer, and then once it's simmered off just a bit, I will show you how easy it is to finish this off and have one of the most corny, luscious things you've ever had in your life. Okay, so we've simmered for about 10 minutes, and the corn is nice and tender. I have a mouthful. I was tasting it. It was for you. I had to do it for you. Okay, so all I've done here is make a little slurry, and I used a little of the corn, the cold corn broth, and a little bit of cornstarch, and that's going to give it just a little bit of thickness. You don't want it real thick. Okay, that gets odd and gluey, but a little bit of body to it is really, really nice. Okay, and if you mix it with the cold water before you put it in there, you won't get the lumps. Alright, so we're about done. And I tasted it a minute ago, and if you've watched the other videos, you know that as I was blanching the corn, I salted the water a little bit, and as I was making the corn stock, I salted it a little bit. So you want to be very careful and taste before you add any seasonings. In this case, it needed a little, so I am going to put a couple of pinches, maybe about a teaspoon of salt in there. And to finish it off, I'm going to go ahead and cut the heat. To finish it off, cream. I had about a cup of cream. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so the different elements that went into this, each of them took a few minutes, but none of them have to be done, right on top of each other. Do it when you have time, and then the soup itself goes together in about 15 minutes, which I think is pretty awesome. Okay. Check this out. We're going to do it this way right here. Because the only thing better cream that you can do to corn is bacon. So I have some bacon that I crisped up a little while ago, and I actually managed to hide it from the kids, and they haven't gone through this yet. Oh, you know what would be good on this is if you had a little chopped spring onion, a little scallion. That would be good too. Okay, so that's hot. Let's see how we did. A little bacon, a little pepper, corn, creamy, yummy. Try this one. This is so good. Awesome use of fresh corn when you have it. Great way to just get incredible flavor. Oh man, that's good stuff. If you like this video and you want more great tips, tricks, and techniques, check out the website at thrillbillygourmet.com. You can like me on Facebook under The Thrillbilly Gourmet, and you can follow me on Twitter under Jan Charles or The Thrillbilly. I'm on Pinterest now too under Jan Charles. I've also got 2 brand new podcasts, both of which you can find on iTunes. The Thrillbilly Gourmet and The Food City Kitchen on WVLT with Chef Walter Lambert and Jan Charles. Now, make sure you subscribe, and you can ask a question, you can leave a comment, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for visiting.